So for the last video on this particular lesson of variables and expressions, we are going to look at, I call them application problems. You'll learn this. And I call them that because I think word problems is, I think it's vague, and I think the whole real world problem thing, you know, some of these things they write, they aren't really that real world. But I think application problem is the most fitting name for it, and it's just taking what you're learning and then applying it to a bigger context. So let's look at a couple of these. All right, first one, we have a financial literacy problem. So dealing with money. Jocelyn makes X dollars per hour working at the grocery store and N dollars per hour babysitting. Write an expression that describes her earnings if she babysat for 25 hours and worked at the grocery store for 15 hours. So X is grocery store, right? That's grocery. And then N is babysitting. Well, if she worked 2 hours at the grocery store, we would write that as like 2x. If she worked 10 hours at the grocery store, we would write that as 10x, because it's the number of hours times, you know, it's the number of hours times her wage, and her wage is that x, right? X dollars per hour, right? That's how much she makes. So if she works 1 hour, supposing she makes like $8 an hour at the grocery store, so then she makes $8. If she works 2 hours, she works $16. So that's just a basic multiplication problem. So the way we would write grocery store for 15 hours is that would just be 15x. And then we would apply the same kind of thinking to the babysitting, where if she works 1 hour babysitting and supposing she makes, $6 an hour babysitting, right? So she'd have, 1 times 6, which would be 6. If she worked 2 hours, it would be 2 times 6, which would be $12. So it's the number of hours times n. And then we want to know her total earnings, right? That describes her earnings, right? If she babysat. So they're saying how much money she make altogether. So you just got to add these together. And then at that point, you're finished. And there really isn't any way to solve this or do anything more with it until we know more information. And we don't know more information. All right, if they told us how much she made altogether, then, we could maybe start on the road towards solving it, but we'd still need to know more. But this is a good way of just practicing writing these things down. All right, let's look at this one. Sense making. A local gym membership costs $20 a month. You can tell this book was written a while ago. Plus additional activity charges. And that's actually not far off the truth. A lot of places, they'll charge you a lower fee, but then they charge you every time you take a yoga class or kickboxing or whatever else they offer, right? So in this one, they're saying X is the number of exercise classes, all right, taken above the planned amount. So maybe they say, oh, you get 5 free ones a month, and then any more you got to pay for. And Y is the number of massages taken above the planned amount, meaning that they must give you, probably like 1 massage a month. Interpret each expression. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you on this example. When I was reading through this, I didn't know that anybody could get that many massages in a month. And when you see this, you'll know what I mean. All right, so this first expression, 15x, this x stands for a number of exercise classes, right? That's what x stands for. So 15x would mean that the person took 15 exercise classes, right? So this is the part of what they owe due to the exercise classes. And then this next one, this 55y, is the person had, don't laugh, 55 massages. All right, I don't know what they're doing, but that's a lot of massages and a little ridiculous. All right. And then this last bit right here is basically, think about what it's saying. Well, they're saying, here's the exercise classes, right? There's the 15x. Here's the massages. And then here's the 20. Well, this is their total cost for 1 month, right? And then, you could say that includes, 15 exercise classes, 55 massages, good Lord, and the $20 per month fee. All right. So just so we know what we're talking about when we see this stuff, that these symbols and these words, they mean something. All right. So I hope this is helping. I'm trying to break this down as much as I can and not make it more confusing. So good luck with everything.